Like this video and subscribe to our channel, or risk getting attacked by all of the weapons we are going to mention, unless you want that. Military weapons have gained a somewhat cult following due to the interesting nature surrounding these weapons, most especially when it comes to the mainstream media depicting the military in a favorable way, whether it be movies, TV shows, video games, and even YouTube videos. Ever wondered how much money it takes to produce some of the world's deadliest artilleries? Well, you've come to the right place. You're going to be learning about how much money it took to create the following weapons. Here are the 6 most expensive military weapons ever created. Number 6. The V-22 Osprey. We start off our list at number 6 with the V-22 Osprey. What is probably the best looking weapon on this list, you can almost instantly recognize the V-22 Osprey. This tilt-rotor transport plane is capable of short takeoffs and landings, as well as vertical takeoffs and landings. The prop plane is equipped with 2 38-foot blades that can tilt and bank, which allows the plane to move like a helicopter. But since it's technically a plane, it has much better range than a helicopter. Research and development cost $13.6 billion, and the US head of military branch, the Department of Defense, has 459 of these units cobbled up, going at a price of over $95.2 million per unit. The price of one is almost as expensive as the world's most expensive helicopter, and can fly much faster than that. The procurement cost is at $43.5 billion, bringing the total cost of this prop plane to $57.8 billion. Next on our list, at number 5, is the FA-18EF Super Hornet. The FA-18 Hornet is one of the most popular fighter jets in the world, and EF is the modernized version of this heavily utilized jet. Heavy research and development were invested in this project. The Department of Defense has spent over $7.3 billion in research. Those dollars have paid off, as the FA-18EF Super Hornet has an awesome inventory at its disposal. They have 11 separate weapon stations, which carry air-to-ground missiles, air-to-air missiles, laser-guided bombs, and a 20mm machine gun, just to name a few. These weapons are for emergency use, of course. Majority of these fighter jets are being used by the Navy, which means that they are stationed on aircraft carriers on the sea. The price per unit of these jets is astounding, a whopping $90.8 million. The Department of Defense has 556 units of these bad boys at their disposal, with the procurement costs coming at a slick $50.5 billion. That's the equivalent of over 1 billion tickets to Disneyland. All in all, that brings the total cost of these jets to $57.8 billion. These jets are so valuable that they won't get phased out by arguably the best fighter jets in the world. What is the best? Tune in to number 1 to find out. At number 4, we have the F-22 Raptor. While this may not be the best fighter jet in the world, it is definitely the most advanced. After all, considering that per unit of the F-22 costs $212 million, it should be advanced. 100 of these would be enough to cover all of Canada's military spending. The Department of Defense spent over $40.5 billion in research and development, the second most on their list. The first? Wait for number 1 to find out. Moving on, the Raptor is equipped with state-of-the-art weaponry that will have opposing forces running for their lives. A 20mm minigun just to start off, along with 2 1,000-pound bombs that are complemented with 8 250-pound bombs. Do you think it stops there? It also has 6 medium-range air-to-air missiles, as well as 2 AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles. Since 2005, this stealth fighter jet is known for being fast and is designed to take out targets in the most discreet way possible, without ever getting detected. Enemies are blasted into thin air before they can even realize what happened. The Department of Defense holds over 188 units of this stealth weapon, with the procurement costing $37.9 billion. Add that to the R&D, and you get a total cost of $79.2 billion. Next on our list at number 3 is the Virginia-class submarine. Taking a break from fighter jets, we present to you the first and only nuclear submarine on the list. When talking about the most advanced nuclear submarines in the world, the Virginia-class submarine is in a class of its own, no pun intended. What can $7.2 billion in research and development get you? Well, only a submarine that is a valuable asset to have, regardless of which country it's in. It is designed to wander around littoral waters and the open ocean. These Virginias carry the famous Tomahawk cruise missiles, as well as some mines and torpedoes. All in all, they carry over 38 different weapons. We have General Dynamics, Electric Boat, and Newport News Shipbuilding to thank for building this underwater craft. If you thought the weapons were intimidating, the size of the Virginia-class submarine is absolutely massive. With a weight of 7,800 tons, that's around 800 public transport buses, and 377 feet long. Going up against this nuclear submarine is not for the faint of heart. These units cost $2,553 million a pop, and the Department of Defense is in possession of 30 of these monsters. Procurement cost is around $77 billion, bringing the total cost of these weapons to $84 billion. At number 2, we have the DDG-51 destroyer. The purpose of this weapon is to destroy, and any hostile that makes its way in front of the DDG-51 is scheduled for a trip to the afterlife. Since 1991, the DDG-51 has been in deployment and has made its presence felt ever since. It is also known as the Arleigh-Burke-class destroyer, giving a somewhat poignant name to an otherwise monstrous piece of machinery. This is an atypical destroyer, possessing immense speed, and it can maneuver around other warships due to its relatively small size. Its main function is to protect bigger ships from attackers. It's over 500 feet long and 9,200 tons. This could very well be the next wonder of the world. Research and development cost over $5.2 billion, which brought them to assessing the price per unit at over $1.3 billion. The newest generation of the DDG-51 destroyers has a 5-inch gun, torpedoes, an advanced mine detection system for underwater mines, and 2 vertical launching systems that can deploy Tomahawk missiles, anti-aircraft missiles, and anti-surface missiles at will. This makes this a very versatile destroyer, and is arguably the most versatile destroyer in the world. The cost of procurement is $97 billion, bringing the total cost of this destroyer to $102 billion, which is more than the entire defense budget of most third world countries. And the moment you've all been waiting for. At number 1, we have the F-35 Lightning II. This is without a doubt the most hyped up and anticipated multi-role fighter jet in the world. The F-35 Lightning II is still under development because it's looking to take fighter jets to a whole new level of weaponry. It's not every day you see fighter jets with integrated sensor systems with supersonic speed to pair with advanced stealth technology. The F-35 can be used for a whole wide variety of purposes. Standard takeoff and landing? Check. Short takeoff and vertical landing? Check. Air-to-surface missions, air-to-air missions, as well as reconnaissance missions, there's no shortage in what the F-35 Lightning II can do. The F-35 will have different versions with different uses for the different sectors in the US military. The Air Force will primarily use it for standard takeoff and landing, which means the F-35A is what they will use, while the F-35B is available to the Marines for short takeoffs and vertical landings. The F-35C will be able to take off and land on aircraft carriers. Year after year, more progress has been made on the F-35 Lightning II's development. Not many details have been made available to the public, but we know this much so far. Research and development cost over $59 billion and is increasing day by day. There will be 2,457 units available to the Department of Defense, and each unit will cost an obscene $109 million. That is the same amount you can buy a 200-passenger plane for. Procurement cost is going to be around $268 billion, bringing the total cost to a whopping $327 billion. That's double the entire net worth of former Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. As we should probably know, top dollar gets you top quality, and this multi-role jet fighter is definitely the top of it all. The F-35 is the most expensive weapon ever created. Did you enjoy our video? Which part surprised you the most? Drop a comment below letting us know what you think. Subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on expensive items, luxury, and more. And remember, you always have a choice. Choose luxury anytime.